What's up, guys? It's Steve, not in the robe this time, for another video. And you see I'm in it for the first time. You actually get to see my face. And it's because I decided I'm no longer gonna do things the way I was doing them before. I had an epiphany and I was thinking, everyone's doing YouTube reviews on tech and I gotta do something different. You know, I wanna provide value. I don't wanna just do what everyone else is doing. So I decided that this channel now is gonna be mainly focused on, you know, adding value to your life and productivity and things like that, instead of just flat out tech reviews. Now, I still will be talking about tech and I'll be talking about similar things that I was already talking about, but I'm gonna focus on how you can use them to improve your life. And I'm also gonna be looking at other things. So it's not just gonna be tech anymore, it's gonna be just adding value. If I come up with something cool or if I learn something new, I'm gonna be sharing it in the channel. And I think that'll allow me to post more often and be able to get stuff out more often and just provide more value. So that's the direction I'm taking. If you guys like that, feel free to subscribe. So yeah, I'll get started for the first video. So I do want to still talk about the Pixelbook. I didn't give it like a full review in the end, and I'm going to sort of give you a review, but it's going to be a little bit different. So I got the device right here. You guys can go check out the, not the unboxing, but the first impressions video that I made last time. If you want to know a little bit more about the spec model I got the M3 model. So if you guys already know about the device, you'll know what that comes with already. And if not, just go check out that other video. Like I said, I'll link it in the description. So, like I said, I'm not going to be doing a regular review for this. I'm just going to be kind of talking about productivity. And this device, honestly, for me has been crazy for productivity. So the main reason being, and I know it's not the most flashy reason, but I love this device. Like, it's so thin. Look how thin it is. Like, I wish I had my phone, but it's what I'm using to record right now. It's basically the size of my phone. So this comes with me pretty much everywhere because it's not a hassle. So I bring it everywhere. I enjoy the input methods. The keyboard and the trackpad are amazing. So I just find myself waking up and excited to go on my computer. And who would have thought that my computer I'd be excited to go on actually was a laptop. I'm used to having like a desktop where I post up at my desk and I do my work, but this comes with me everywhere and I'm absolutely loving it. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit about why, obviously. So the first reason, like I said, is just because of the portability. Like, it's not the only laptop obviously that does that, but it just feels so good. Like the rib texture, just everything about this device, it's as if you have an Apple product, but now, like I said, since I'm changing the point of the channel a little bit, I want to just talk about the value for a second, because productivity, adding value, I'm going to tell you now the price. So the value on this compared to something like a MacBook Air even, which is one of the, like, basically the lowest model, or they have the regular MacBook, but I don't think a lot of people use. I could be wrong, don't want to say anything wrong, but I don't know anyone who has a Mac, like a entry-level MacBook. They have MacBook Airs generally. So I think this is a lot better of a value. And that's why I'm gonna mention it, because buying a MacBook Air, why? It's not that powerful. I mean, you can sort of do some video editing and you can do some of that stuff on it, but it's not made for that. So why get that? I mean, if you need Mac OS, sure. I mean, go ahead if there's specific reasons you need it. But if you don't need that, why would you get that? I much prefer the keyboard on this. I prefer the look. The MacBook Air kind of just looks similar to the MacBook Pro, and the MacBook Pro kind of just has looked similar for a long time. I mean, they did add now a touch bar on the touch bar model, but like, it still kind of looks the same. And not to say that this completely redesigned everything and it's completely different, but it definitely, you're gonna feel different. You're gonna be that guy who has this, and you're not gonna see too many of them. So that's pretty cool, and you're just gonna feel like a proud owner. So that's one thing. Now, the other thing is, when you open it up, there's a picture of me, screen's great, everything about the device, no complaints. But what I really want to talk about, obviously, is the software. Chrome OS it just works. You open it, everything you need to do, you just do it. I haven't had to figure anything out. It's like using an iPad. It's made for, I don't want to say it's made for idiots, but I haven't had any issues with anything. And it's the second time I use this operating system. The first time it wasn't polished like this. I didn't really like it, and I ended up just getting rid of the device. This time, I'm just using it, and I'm using it, and I'm enjoying it. And there's nothing really to tell you about it, because if you know how to use any other laptop, just remove all the errors and all the crap you have with that stuff, and you don't got that. Now, of course, you're gonna lose some things that you can't do. Like you can't have, let's say, like for example, at work we use a software called SiteLink. We can't open that on this. So what are you gonna do? What I do, and what some of us can do, because we'll be lucky enough to have two devices, is you just use Chrome Remote Desktop, and you'll just remote desktop into that device. I find myself I rather do that than actually go to the Windows PC, because I would rather use the input methods on this. So like I said, it's just a great device. You're gonna love using it. And because of that, you'll carry it around with you. Operating system, like I said, now is great. It's very simple, and I feel like this is the future. I feel like we don't need things to get more complex. We need the things to work well. And of course, that'll vary for everyone. Don't quote me on that for everyone, but for most of us, this is everything we need. You want to open an app, you open an app just like on your phone, just like on your iPad, just like anything, except the input methods are better. You get a full Chrome browser, so like it's not like you're not getting the mobile browser. I mean, just generally, for most people, this device is going to be great. And the big reason I thought this was not going to be great is because people were saying, oh, video editing and video games on this is going to be crap. And like I said in my last video, I'm playing Stadia on this. It's running fantastic. It's free. So once again, here I am adding value. I mean, it's not like you're probably not hearing this from me for the first time, but Stadia, you could be playing it for free. So get rid of your PlayStation. That's what I did. I sold my PlayStation 4 Pro, and now I'm using Stadia. So I got my Stadia on my Chromebook, super happy with it. Keep in mind the games are a little low right now, but they're coming. And for video editing, I'm using WeVideo, and that's what I'm using actually for this video. And you know, if you don't like it, you'll see it right away. But for most of us, this is going to do just fine, at least for a starter YouTube channel. So, you know, as your YouTube channel gets greater and greater, maybe you want to have a strong PC, and you don't have to worry about getting a MacBook Pro. You can get like a standard PC or whatever you want really, and that could be docked, and you can take this around with you, and you can just remote desktop into it and do whatever you need to do. So I just wanted to share with you a little bit how I'm using it. The integration it's kind of like Apple, you know, you take pictures on your phone, and I'm taking videos actually, like this video, I'm taking it on my phone, but then I'm going to come in Google Photos on my laptop and just download it onto the laptop. So I don't need to plug my phone in or do any of that stuff. There's a little bit of a time difference. I got to wait till it uploads, but it's not too bad. And you just adapt your workflow if you can, right? If you're capable of doing that for your type of work, then it works great. So, I mean, I'm not going to bore you guys with every little detail. I just wanted to kind of say what was on my mind. Like, I've been enjoying this, and for the first time in a long time, I got a device now that I'm excited to use at all times. I found everything was getting boring. Everything was, like, my dad just recently bought a Lenovo laptop, and the thing works great. It's good, but it's heavy, it's bulky. I don't want to take it around with me. It's a 2-in-1, but like it's too heavy. I don't want to use it. You know, like when I use it, it's great, but I don't want to use it. And that's the main difference with this. You're gonna want to use it. You're getting good value, in my opinion. Now, if you look just at the specs, you might think you're not. But when you compare this to, let's say, a MacBook Air, and you just, like I said, it depends what you're doing with it, but let's say you're just using the browser, you're a writer, you want to just write, you're not going to like a MacBook Air necessarily more than this. You're going to pay cheaper for this, and you might even like this more. Like, I wouldn't be shocked. I personally like it more. I like it more than the MacBook Pro of 2017 that I had, and that had the touch bar and everything. I much prefer this. And I get, a lot of people are going to think I'm crazy for that, but there's just something about this device that you're going to just want to pick up and use. And some of it I can't explain. I just feel like overall Google's headed the right direction, and I'd rather put my money and invest in this ecosystem than the Apple one, which is kind of just taking money out of my pocket like crazy. So I got out of that. Now I'm onto this. At some point, I will expect Google to start milking it, just like Apple did. But at least I kind of like their project better. You know, like everything they're doing is just they're just doing everything that everyone else already did, or, you know, maybe let's say like the Chrome browser, they just do things better. They just do things better. They do it more simple, and they do it for the average person, not for everyone. There's a lot of people who are not going to be able to use this because it's not capable of running certain things. But for the average person, this is dope. It's amazing, and I wish more people, you know, knew about it, and I wish more people would give it a try, because I think they'll really like it. So let me know what you guys think. I'm going to be making a lot more videos to come, because I'm changing kind of the channel and what it's about. I'm going to be able to just spit out videos all the time, because I'm going to be talking about things that I'm doing every day. Like every day I read books, and every day I'm learning and I'm trying to improve my life, and now I get to share those things with you. So it could be technology, it could be books, it could be, you know, videos I watched, it could be just things I learned, or it could be little tips and tricks that I use to make myself more productive in life. And I'd like to hear your guys' tips and tricks as well. And, you know, if I start using them in my own life, I would be more than happy to share them with everyone else too. So if you guys have anything, you know, let's start, I guess, device-wise for this week. But, you know, as the videos go along, let's say I post, you know, my top 5 books for a specific topic. You know, I want people to start engaging. So if you can spread the channel, if it's something that interests you, or you think you know someone that's interested in it, it would mean the world to me. So thanks guys for tuning in again, and we'll talk soon.